Hi, in this video, I'm just going to run through a couple of the apps I have on my phone that I use. So I actually have something there and you can see it says business apps. So when I click on that, it's everything to do with my business, what I might be using or need. Okay, so I've got things like a collage maker. So on there, you can put two pictures side by side. So you might want to use that for a before and an after picture. So let's say if you did someone's lip filler, you could have the before and the after underneath or side by side to show the difference rather than having to swipe left to right on Facebook or Instagram. Okay, so that's the first thing. I also have another one, what's called InShot. Now, InShot is really good if you have videos. So, like me, a lot of my videos I make in InShot first. So, I'll have my video, I'll pop it into InShot, and then I can take out clips, add clips together. I can put my logo on there. I use that a lot for my training academy. So, if you've done any training online with me, you will see the little InShot mark at the bottom. So, it's InShot. So, InShot. Okay, it might be called something different if you've got an iPhone, but I know on a Samsung it's called InShot. You can add music to it if you want. You can mute the video. So I do a lot of training videos. So if I'm treating a client, I might record it and then I'll use that for training purposes. So I'll mute whatever's been going on in the background because obviously the clinic will be busy still, even though I'm doing a training video on one of my clients for me to put it on to my course. Okay, so I won't want everyone to know what was being spoke about. So I've got InShot. Okay, so that's really good for that. Another one that I use is something called Later. And that basically enables you to put a lot of your social media posts on a schedule. Now, you can actually do this now in Facebook and Instagram itself using the app, using the Meta app, it's now called. It used to just be the Facebook ads or the Facebook business page or business suite. Now it's Meta, META. So you can actually do that on there if you want to, or you can use this app called Later. Now I have everything saved in this Later app, so I'll have all my captions. So if it's something to do with jawline, I'll have 2 or 3 different captions, and then I'll change my caption like once a month and use a different caption, so then it's not the same wording every single month. I've got that on there, and then I also have an app which is called Faces Consent, which is this one at the bottom here, and it's basically faces in white with a blue background. That one is really good to help you to find things like prescribers. If you're doing any POM products, so if you're doing prescription only medications and you need a prescription for this, you can find a prescriber in your area on this app. Now I could search for you, but it's only going to find ones in my area because it's the location set to me. Whereas if you search yourself, you can find them in your area. There's other things on there, like there's lots of different suppliers on there. There's lots of different training academies on there. There's lots of different consultation forms. So if you're someone that wants to have a consultation form for each individual treatment that you do, there's loads of different ones on there. Whereas I'm much more of a person of one size fits all. So I'll have one consultation form for everything advanced, so needlework, and then I'll have one for maybe something simple like a brow wax. Okay. What else have I got? I've got my ads manager as well on there, so I can see any ads that I might be currently running on Facebook or Instagram at all times on there. It's good to see where your money's going, what you're doing with your money, whether the ads are working for you as well. If you're not getting much reach on your ads, then I'd suggest stopping those ads and looking at what you're not getting reach on and figuring it out, tweaking it a little bit. Other things such as these apps on your phone, not actual apps, sorry, you can actually go onto your pictures and there's a thing where you can like blot out any blemishes. So let's say if your client had a spot and you've took a picture, a nice set of lips, but your client's got a spot, you can actually get rid of that spot. There's things like that on people's phones. It's coming in more now. I can do it on the Samsung. I don't know if you can if you're on an iPhone, but just check that out. If not, there's apps that you can get on the App Store for that. I also have something called an Authenticator, which is just there, you can see. So a lot of companies at the moment are getting hacked. Sorry, let me just put that onto my flight mode for a second because it keeps beeping. So yeah, I have something on there. So it's a two-step process. So if someone tries to log into one of my accounts, so that might be my business page, it could be my Instagram page, any pages that I have throughout social media or my emails, it will come up on that authentication asking them to tell me what the code is. And if they've not got my phone with them and they've not got access to my phone, they would not know what that code is because it's generic every time. Every 30 seconds it will change. So if they don't know the code that they need to put in, they won't be able to gain access. I'm seeing a lot lately where people are having their Instagrams hacked, the Facebook accounts are being hacked, and the pages are being took over by somebody else, and they're having to start again. So I have that on there for that reason. It's a really good one to have. And then I also have my YouTube. So I've got my YouTube there because I've got my YouTube channel. So where you're going to see all these videos, I can literally go on there at any point and see any comments that anybody's making. I also have my Sum Up. So Sum Up is really good. I use Sum Up as a card payment machine and then I have it linked to my phone. So at any point I can see what money's coming through on my Sum Up account. I also have my PayPal because I like to see what money's coming in and out there. So all of these things are good to have on your phone so then you can gain access to them at any point, anywhere you might be. I also have Word for my Word document. So if I need to adjust anything or write anything in, I can literally go onto Word and I can do that from there. I do have a Dropbox where I can put any larger files in there. However, at the moment my Dropbox is full, so I do need to have a look at that and adjust that. And then of course I've got my business suite. So my business suite consists of my clinic page, and then it also has my training page on there. And then I can post anything from there and schedule posts as well. What else do I have? I have a watermark maker. So if you've not got a watermark for your logo already, you can actually get an app which will create a watermark for you. And that's just there. It's a little bit blur, but you can kind of get the gist of what it is. Watermark maker. So you can actually make your own watermark. Okay. And then I also have something that's called Tagify. So that is for your hashtags. So that is this one here. So it's called Tagify. So Tagify. If you go on there and you type in lip fillers, it will come up with all suggested hashtags for that treatment. Okay, so it's a good way, if you're not sure on what hashtags to use, it will give you a lot on there for you to choose from. Always recommended when you're doing the hashtags, make sure if you put in hashtag fit lip filler, make sure you also put hashtag lip filler Manchester if you're in Manchester, or whatever area you might be in. It might be Stafford, or it might be Trafford, or it could be Sheffield. Just whatever area you're in, you want to also pop that on there. And then I've got obviously my Instagram. Okay, so when I log on to my Instagram, it automatically comes onto one of my Instagram pages, and then I can click to see which Instagram I want to log into when it lets me do it. And then I can see all my 3 Instagrams there. So I've got my training academy Instagram, I've got my clinic Instagram, and then my personal. To be honest, I don't really go on my personal Instagram anymore. I'm always on my training academy or I'm on my actual treatment page. Okay. So that's pretty much all the apps that I tend to use. So just as a summary, you need a really good app to show you collages. You need an app what's going to do your hashtags. You don't have to have these, but it's just what I suggest, what I have on my phone and what works well for me. I will sit down once a week or maybe once a month and I'll do all my posts, ready for that month, and they'll just be going out. And then every now and again I'll pop on a picture that I might have done that day, or a bit of training that I'm doing that day, to my story or to my page, like to my grid, so you can have a little insight on what's going on. So sometimes you might message me on one of the pages and you might think, she's not replied to my message, but she's uploaded that. Well, actually, it's not me uploading, it's already been scheduled to upload. So there's a very good chance that I'm not actually physically on that page at that time. Okay, so it's worth just remembering that I'm not ignoring anyone. I do answer my messages periodically at set times and days. I don't work on a Sunday and a Monday, so I'm actually stopping giving any responses on a Sunday and Monday. So just bear that in mind if you do actually send any messages. Anything urgent, you can always contact us on WhatsApp, on our training WhatsApp number, which most people have got. If you haven't got, it will be on the website for you to have a look at. So that's just a little insight on everything to do with apps. Okay. You might have some other apps that you might think, oh, actually, this one works better for me. That's absolutely fine. I'm just giving you a little insight on what I use. Okay.